So what have we got here, Roy?
This is a special kit we supplied, Holden supplied for repairing fuel tanks, metal fuel tanks in particular.
Okay.
The kit contains, first of all, marine clean. This now is what is used for removing the deposits that fuel leave in a tank and clean any oil or grease or anything like that. Fuel does deteriorate over a while. All fossil fuels deteriorate, particularly when it stands.
It leaves a sort of tacky deposit in the
which
bottom of
has
the tank.
to be removed before you can go on to the next stage, which of course is metal ready. This prepares the metal and neutralizes rust inside the tank, and actually to a certain extent removes rust.
So does it leave a sort of a film, a coating over the surface?
Yes, it leaves a phosphate coating,
which acts as a key for the
which is a perfect key for any paint or coating, but particularly this one. The next stage, of course, is the actual coating itself, which you put in and swill the tank around and that, and that is totally insoluble to, once it's gone off, nothing touches it, no solvents or anything like that. It's absolutely perfect for the job, and it will do the job. And then there's one final thing in the kit, which is a fuel stabilizer. And particularly if you're going to leave your car standing or anything, for some sort of...
It stops the fuel degrading and
it stops all this degrading.
Stops the settlement.
It stops the settlement and this gum and that the fossil fuels do tend to leave. And that, if you use that regularly, particularly if you leave the car standing for a long time, that will prevent any further problems.
So we've thoroughly washed out the tank.
Right, yes.
Do we need to dry it at this point?
No, you needn't dry it at all, because the next stage is marine clean, which is a cleaner that cleans out all the gum and that we've mentioned once already. You mix this with equal quantity of good warm water, not piping hot, but good warm water. And then we put it into the tank, swill it around, keep it going for about 20 minutes.
That's providing we've filled up all the holes, or don't we need,
we
need to at this
point?
point?
I've forgotten about that, Jeremy. Yeah, we do need to fill the holes up, yes.
No, fill the holes up first.
Okay.
And now we've closed off the fuel outlet and the fuel tanks, and just with some duct tape, I guess. Tank tape is good enough. Replace the screws, not to get the threads gummed up.
We're ready now to do the next phase.
Okay, which is?
The next phase is marine clean. The marine clean it clears out all the muck, the gum, and that sort of thing, as we said before, and basically you dilute it with an equal quantity of good warm water, just bordering on hot, but not too hot.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll pour that in there. I'll just pop some gloves on because it's not very nice for your skin, and some goggles for safety.
If you do get it on your skin, though, presumably just wash it off with
you wash it off
water.
Instantly with water. It's not a problem, but it does start to burn after a minute or two if you do. So we'll pour that in there. That's it. And now we'll fill that up with good warm water. Right, we've got some nice hot water there. And we'll pour that in and mix it up. Equal quantity. This process is done twice. We put this in the tank, swill it around for about 20 minutes, empty it out, and then we do it again.
20 minutes continuously?
Well, it's up to you.
Give it a shake now and again.
I'll pop that straight in so we don't have...
Okay, just a sec.
Oh, yes, you need your goggles on. I'll pop that straight in so it doesn't drip all over the place.
Okay, can you get to that?
Right, we're ready to do that, and I'll just gently... That's going to be a bit difficult, but so... Well, if you'd like to start sealing it and swilling it out, Jeremy, I'll clean up the mess.
How can I get this job?
Well,
that's why I was asking about the 20 minutes. So, Roy, we've washed the tank out, and that's what's the result.
Look at the muck. Just look at that in the light that's come out of there.
Well worth doing.
It's well worth doing.
So what's next?
The next thing is the metal ready, which will prepare the inside of the tank for the actual sealant, which we'll put on later. So the metal ready, basically it's a very similar process, but you put it in neat. You don't dilute it at all. A whole quart of it.
Give it a good swish around.
And give it a good swish around for at least 20 minutes.
Let's do that.
Is only one small problem.
I'm not laughing.
Right, here we go.
So, that's the whole bottle.
The whole bottle goes in. And it's the same story again.
I learned this on Blue Peter.
Did you?
Yeah. Very good at it, don't you think?
Very good at it.
So we've treated the tank with metal ready, and now it's time to thoroughly dry it.
Yeah. Well, the next stage, of course, is the actual sealant. But before you can put the sealant in, the tank must be absolutely bone dry, and we do mean really bone dry, because the sealant cures by taking moisture from the air, and any moisture in the tank will make it go off too fast, and you will actually spoil your tank. So there's no shortcuts with this at all. The tank must be absolutely bone dry. And to that end, really the best way to do it is with a heat gun like this. For some time, actually blowing it into the holes and getting the whole thing really nice
warm.
And warm. Yeah.
Okay.
And being absolutely sure that it's bone dry.
Okay. Or you could, if you wanted, put it in the airing cupboard.
You could put it in the airing cupboard,
overnight.
or near something that's really nice and warm, a radiator or something like that. Or if you've got a nice sunny day, it'd be wonderful outside in the sun, so it gets really hot, but it must be dry. Absolutely, that's paramount.
Okay, Roy, we've totally dried off the tank, and the next stage is to seal it with fuel tank sealer. How do we go about that?
Basically, it's a very similar process. Mix it up thoroughly. Open the tin up, mix it up thoroughly, and then pour it into the tank. And of course, you turn the tank upside down, and keep it turning for a good while.
That would be me doing it again.
That would be you doing it again. Yeah, because I've got this heart condition, you know. And once the sealant has actually gone off.
And how long does that take? You swirl it around, and then you pour out the excess.
You pour out the excess, you're quite right, yeah, you do that. And it will go off fairly quickly. Once it's really gone off, you must leave it for at least 96 hours before you put fuel in.
So we've sealed the tank's internals, we've fitted it back to the car. What's the next stage on first fueling? Anything else we can do to help?
Well, we do supply in the kit this fuel preservative and stabilizer, which, used as instructions, will prevent this build-up of gum and the deterioration of fuel. All fossil fuels will deteriorate to a certain extent. Basically, it'll solve future problems, particularly for older cars that tend to be kept in garages as standing fuel and that sort of thing. Yeah. And of course, it's all available on the Holden's website, as you know.